Latest update on Cyclone Berguitta for Réunion. The current time is 7 AM and the storm has winds of 115 miles per hour and a pressure of 948 millibars. It's at 18.1 degrees south, 61.7 east, and a cyclone pre-alert remains in effect for the island. This storm is expected to significantly impact both Mauritius and Réunion over this week, particularly in the middle to later part of the week, as you're about to see. This is what the forecast is showing in terms of the storm's track and its intensity. At least a hurricane-force storm by the time it reaches both of those islands, and winds will probably reach 120 kilometers per hour or more, 75 miles an hour. That's hurricane strength. As you can see, the storm will be long gone by the end of the weekend, and it will be out of there. Well, right now it's got a huge wind field to the south and its damage potential is devastating. Stage 6 on the CDPS scale. As I said, 18.1 south, 67.1 east, and you can see it in relation to some of those islands of Mauritius, Rodrigues and St. Brandon on the map there. The main island of Mauritius just off the screen to the west, but the storm is getting closer, moving to the southwest at about 7 kilometers per hour. These are the percentage chances of tropical storm conditions as the week draws on. You can see Tuesday, Wednesday, they're starting quite low, and then the main part of the storm will pass through probably on Thursday for Réunion Island. That's what we're currently looking at, and both the JTWC and La Réunion Météo France agree that the storm will probably pass near or over the island as a significant cyclone on Thursday, either early or late. We don't quite know at what time yet. Although things could still change significantly in that forecast, but it seems at this point as though storm force winds will occur no matter what. Sea surface temperatures are fairly high, around 27 or 28 degrees Celsius, a little lower off the southern side of the island, down to 26. Enough for cyclone development though, no doubt. This is an old wind shear map because the newer imagery is not available, but you can see how the wind shear was very low for the storm and it managed to take advantage of that rather nicely, unfortunately for the islands, and the wind shear may well be on the increase though as the storm does approach, so it could well weaken. That's probably more likely than not. Not too much to see on the visible imagery, of course, it's only just days dawning over in Réunion, but here is the infrared imagery on how the storm's been progressing. It peaked overnight by the looks of things, at least for the time being we'll call it a peak. It looks rather good, but the eye has capitulated in those latest frames and the future remains to be seen. Although you may notice there, the storm has been on a pretty much westward heading in those last few hours, and that may spell trouble down the road as we continue to watch this storm for these islands. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com. It's still under construction at this point, and this storm certainly isn't helping that. You can also find us on YouTube, search Force 13, subscribe if you haven't already. You can also like us on Facebook under the same name, and you can also add us on Twitter, follow us on Twitter, or send us a tweet, search Force 13, the handle. You can also find us on Skype if you'd like to get in touch, and my personal account, Fool13, extension 9094 on Discord for tropical weather chat.